Guys, Miss Williamson here with Lesson 8. We're continuing with our research, and today we're talking about plagiarism. So, plagiarism, how do I make sure that I'm creating my own work while I'm doing my project? Our mission is the same as last time. Since we're still working on research, our mission is to access information, to be informed, and to inform others. So, today we're going to talk about when we access information, how do we make sure that we don't copy it? Still working on our approach to learning skill of research. Today's learner profile connection is about being principled. Let's read the definition. It says, as IB learners, we strive to act with integrity, honesty, and a strong sense of fairness and justice for all. So integrity is being proud of what you do, standing by the decisions that you make. Honesty is telling the truth, being correct or truthful when you speak. Having a strong sense of fairness and justice means that making sure that people get what they need and that things are equal, have equality or equity. And then we also want to take responsibility for our actions and for their consequences. So that means if we make a mistake, we take the responsibility for that mistake. So how are these things connected? Well, we're going to reflect on a question in our journal. How does avoiding plagiarism make you more principled? So go ahead and pause this video and head over to your journal to reflect on that idea. And if you're not quite ready to answer it yet, we are going to watch a video on plagiarism. If you want to answer this at the end of the lesson, you could also do that. Go ahead and pause and head on over to your journal. Okay, welcome back. We're going to watch a video about plagiarism, a brain pop video, and you're going to have a couple questions to answer in your journal.
We're back with best-selling author and probable sociopath Moby Calrissian. Your recent book report on The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe was largely stolen from online sources. Is there anything you'd like to say to the American public?
Another nightmare, huh? Maybe you just need to get something off your chest. Dear Tim and Moby, I know plagiarism is cheating, but sometimes it's hard to tell if I'm actually breaking the rules. Can you help me out? From Moira. Of course we can, Moira. Plagiarism is the act of submitting someone else's work as your own. You're never allowed to use the words or ideas of other people without giving them credit. This rule applies to all subjects and classes. It doesn't matter if you're doing a science project, a book report, or even making a piece of art. Well, some instances of plagiarism are pretty obvious. Say you have to write a paper on The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe by C.S. Lewis. You go online and find a great resource with lots of cool ideas about the book. If you copy some of the text from the site and paste it into your own paper, then hand it in just like that, well, that's a pretty clear violation. Yep, stealing from any type of source and claiming it as your own work is always plagiarism. That source could be a book, an article, an old paper your sister wrote, anything. When teachers give you assignments, they don't want you to just repeat and recap existing material or stuff you find online. They're trying to assess your understanding of the topics you're studying and see how well you can put your own original thoughts into writing. Plagiarizing someone else is like cheating off them on a test. Get caught and you'll probably get a 0 on the assignment. Or if you're lucky, your teacher might let you rewrite it. In high school and college, punishments for plagiarism can be even more severe. You might fail the entire class or get kicked out of school completely. It's not that you can't use magazines, books, encyclopedias, or their online versions. In fact, it's a good idea to consult all of those sources when doing papers and projects. But if you use someone else's words verbatim, meaning the exact same words, you need to put them in quotation marks. And you have to attribute or give credit to the author. One of the easiest ways to do this is to use phrases like according to, and then add the name of your source right after. Depending on the subject, teacher, or type of assignment, you might need to use footnotes or endnotes too. Those are more formal ways to credit your sources. Footnotes show sources at the bottom of a page, and endnotes list them after a specific section or at the conclusion of your report. Sometimes you might also be required to put together a bibliography. That's a comprehensive list of all the works you consulted while researching an assignment. I was just getting to that. Many examples of plagiarism aren't obvious cut and paste jobs. Unfortunately, a lot of students wind up plagiarizing by accident. If you're not careful, key ideas from a source can easily slip into your writing. Like here, the original sentence was, "More than a scene-setting element, snow comes to symbolize death itself." And you wrote, "Lewis uses the symbol of snow to represent death." You did a good job of paraphrasing the material, putting it into your own words. But the thing is, you're still using the same basic idea, that Lewis uses snow to symbolize death. It can be tricky untangling your own ideas from your sources, so when in doubt, give credit. There are a few other important tips to guard against plagiarism. When taking notes, put big quotation marks around all direct quotes, even if it's only a few words. And write the source next to every note you take, whether it's a website, book, or article. These are pretty straightforward strategies that can help you avoid getting into any trouble. What? No way! I totally did not lift that from your, blog. Huh. Must have gotten stuck in my head from when I first read it. It was so not on purpose.
We're keeping it pretty simple today with the questions. Basically, what is plagiarism and how do you avoid it? So go ahead and head over to your journal and try to answer these two questions. All right, so let's share our answers. So for what is plagiarism, I wrote that it's copying other people's work and passing it off as if you did it, as if it's your own work. And I noticed in the video, it's not just copying their words, but also copying their ideas. So to avoid plagiarism, what do you need to do? Well, if I do choose to use someone else's words, I need to remember to put those words in quotes, put quotation marks around them. I should paraphrase or put things into my own words as much as I can. But even if I get an idea from somewhere else, I need to write where that idea came from. And to be able to do all of those things, I should always keep a list of my sources so I can include them in my final paper or presentation or whatever. So as I'm doing my research, I need to write down where I got that information from. All right, we're already at today's one big thing. Today's thing is before I start my research, I need to understand how to put my learning into my own words and to avoid copying other people's work. Questions? Advisory teacher, reach out to Ms. Williamson on Schoology. We're here to help. You probably also could talk to your English teacher. This is something that English teachers have a lot of experience with. So if you have questions about how to cite sources, that will be the next lesson, but feel free to also reach out if you're ready.